Hi everyone, welcome to Business English Podcast. I'm Tom.
I'm Mary.
Today, we'll talk about the top 5 business mindsets to drive success. This podcast will help you grow your skills and confidence in the global workplace. We'll keep things practical and fun.
We'll start with an introduction to these mindsets and why they matter. Then share real-world examples, practical tips, and a quick English lesson. Finally, we'll wrap up with a summary.
Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. Alright, let's dive into the top 5 business mindsets to drive success. First, I think it's important to see these mindsets as a foundation for everything you do at work. They guide your decisions, shape your behavior, and influence your results.
Exactly. And these mindsets aren't just buzzwords. They reflect how top performers and innovative companies think every single day. If we adopt them, we can adapt to change faster, find new opportunities, and keep up with global trends.
Let's start with the growth mindset. That's basically about believing you can improve through learning and effort. One classic example is Microsoft's shift under CEO Satya Nadella, where they embraced continuous learning to drive fresh ideas.
I love that story. Before, they were stuck in old practices, but once they embraced learning, they unlocked new possibilities. A growth mindset encourages people to ask questions, seek feedback, and never settle for average outcomes.
Well, that's crucial for global business. The market changes so quickly, and if you think you already know everything, you'll fall behind. Leaders who stay curious build organizations that evolve and thrive.
Exactly. So that's our first mindset. Next is the customer-centric mindset. Basically, this is about putting the customer at the center of every decision. Amazon is a perfect example. Always talking about customer obsession.
Yes, their product development starts by thinking, how will this help the customer? Then, they work backward to create solutions. By the way, that approach isn't just for tech giants. Even small businesses can focus on customer feedback and stand out.
Exactly. This mindset also means anticipating their needs, not just reacting to complaints. Businesses that excel in this area keep a close eye on customer trends. Think about how Netflix suggests shows you might enjoy before you even ask.
Yes, and personalization is huge nowadays. People expect solutions tailored to their preferences. If you develop that habit of seeing things through the customer's eyes, you'll innovate faster and build stronger loyalty. That leads us to the next mindset, innovation.
Innovation mindset is all about challenging the status quo, you see. It means asking, can we do this better, faster, or differently? Tesla, for instance, disrupted the auto industry by rethinking everything from battery technology to direct-to-consumer sales.
And innovation isn't just for big tech or electric car companies. Small startups and even freelancers can adopt it by questioning everyday assumptions. Actually, thinking outside the box might involve simple changes, like new pricing models or improved design.
Absolutely. Innovation requires a safe environment for trial and error. While companies like Google allow employees to spend time on side projects, some of those ideas have turned into major products. It's about nurturing creativity and having the courage to experiment.
Exactly. That takes us to the fourth mindset, resilience. In our fast-paced world, even the best plans can fail. You see, the ability to bounce back is vital. Companies like Airbnb faced setbacks early on, but learned quickly and kept going.
Resilience is like a muscle. The more challenges you face, the stronger you get if you keep a positive outlook. In business, it's about adapting your strategy when things go wrong, rather than giving up or blaming others.
Exactly. Look at the 2008 financial crisis. So many companies closed, but those with agile plans survived. They restructured, pivoted to new markets, or changed their product lines. Resilience helps you transform setbacks into opportunities for growth.
Yes, that resilience leads into our final mindset, collaboration. Basically, no one can succeed alone in today's complex world. Cross-functional teams, strategic partnerships, and effective communication can drive better solutions and reduce friction within the organization.
Exactly. Look at how Apple works with various suppliers worldwide to bring products to market efficiently. If they tried doing everything themselves, it would be too slow. Collaboration taps into diverse expertise, speeds up problem solving, and fosters a more inclusive culture.
I've seen amazing results when marketing teams collaborate with product teams. They share insights about what customers really want, and the product gets better. By working together, you reduce silos and drive overall business success.
So to recap, those 5 mindsets are growth, customer-centric, innovation, resilience, and collaboration. Each is vital in a rapidly changing economy. Actually, these aren't isolated ideas, but interconnected habits that shape how businesses compete and evolve.
Well, that's the big picture. Next, we'll dig into practical tips on how you can nurture these mindsets in your daily life. We'll share strategies that professionals around the world use to implement them effectively.
Yes, stick around because these tips can be game changers. Mindsets drive behavior, and behavior drives results. Let's look at specific ways you can develop each mindset in your work and personal life.
Exactly. That's the key, applying these ideas daily. We'll cover simple steps, like scheduling learning time or gathering customer feedback more proactively. So let's jump into the next segment and explore each mindset in action.
Sounds great. I'll add one more thought. These mindsets also align with global trends like remote work and digital transformation. Companies with flexible, forward-thinking cultures have weathered recent disruptions better than those clinging to old methods.
Yes, remote teams benefit from collaboration and resilience especially. And with digital transformation, businesses that encourage innovation and customer-centric thinking can adapt products to new online channels quickly. Basically, these mindsets aren't optional anymore, they're essential for survival.
Alright, let's wrap up this segment. In the next part, we'll outline practical tips you can use to strengthen these 5 mindsets. Stick around for real examples and actionable advice you can start using right now.
Yes, it's going to be fun. We'll highlight best practices and some mistakes we can all learn from. It's not just about theory, but about turning these mindsets into consistent habits.
Exactly. Stick with us, and you'll see how to weave them into your work routine, from planning and problem solving to collaborating with colleagues. Let's move on and start equipping you with those practical techniques. Welcome to our practical tips section. First, let's talk about fostering a growth mindset. One idea is to set aside 10 minutes daily for reading or e-learning. Constant learning helps you stay current and see problems as opportunities for growth.
Exactly. Another tip is to keep a learning journal. You write down one new thing you discovered each day, even if it's small. You see, this habit keeps your mind open and encourages continuous improvement.
Also, join online communities or forums in your industry. Engage with people who have different expertise and ask questions. That's a quick way to expand your knowledge base, build confidence, and practice curiosity.
Yes, let's move on to the customer-centric mindset. Start by conducting mini surveys or quick polls among your customers, even if that's just friends or colleagues testing a product. Immediate feedback can reveal blind spots you never noticed.
Exactly. Then, try mapping out the customer journey. From the moment they discover you to the post-purchase phase, note any friction points. So, look at where people hesitate or drop off. Then, brainstorm ways to fix those issues.
Yes, and don't forget to celebrate small wins. When you fix a friction point, share the success with your team. It motivates everyone to keep focusing on the customer lens. Now let's address the innovation mindset.
Innovation can start small. Create a suggestion box, digital or physical, where anyone can propose ideas without judgment. Encourage wild or silly ideas too. Sometimes a seemingly odd thought sparks a breakthrough product or a unique service approach.
Exactly. Also, set up short innovation sprints. Gather a small team for 1 hour to brainstorm solutions for a specific challenge. The time limit pushes creativity. By the way, this technique is popular in tech companies and startups.
Yes, and let's not forget to measure results. If you test a new feature, track metrics like user adoption or sales. You see, innovation isn't just about big ideas, but also about validating them in the real world.
That's perfect. Let's shift to resilience now. One practical tip is to do a quick review after any project or task. All right, ask what went well, what didn't, and how you can improve next time. This reflection builds adaptability.
Also, practice mental reframing. When something goes wrong, try seeing it as a learning moment. Instead of blaming external factors, find something you could do differently. Over time, you'll face challenges with more confidence and less stress.
Yes, journaling can help here too. Write down setbacks and note the lesson learned. Actually, some leaders keep a failure resume to track mistakes and what they gained from them. It shifts the focus from failure to growth.
Exactly. Let's move on to collaboration. One simple tip is to schedule cross-team coffee chats, even virtually. Basically, these informal sessions let people share updates and ideas in a relaxed setting. You discover synergies that formal meetings might miss.
Another collaboration tip is to use project management tools that make tasks and deadlines visible to everyone. Actually, transparency reduces confusion about who's doing what. It also builds trust because everyone can see progress in real time.
Exactly. Consider creating a shared knowledge base or wiki. Upload how-to guides, best practices, and lessons learned. So, if someone has a question, they can check there first. It saves time and promotes a culture of sharing.
Yes, all these tips help you build the 5 mindsets daily. If you integrate them gradually, you'll see changes in your productivity and workplace relationships. Now let's dig deeper into current trends you should be aware of.
Remote work continues to expand globally. You see, collaboration tools like Slack or Microsoft Teams are crucial. Many companies now hire talent from around the world, meaning cultural awareness and empathy are part of these mindsets too.
Yes, and AI technology is changing the game, automating repetitive tasks and freeing people to focus on creative, strategic work. Actually, this makes the innovation mindset even more important. We need to constantly reinvent how we add value.
Digital marketing trends, like personalized ads or influencer collaborations, also highlight the need for a customer-centric mindset. People expect relevant content and quick responses. If you don't meet those expectations, your competitors will.
Exactly. That wraps up our practical tips. We hope these actionable steps give you a clear path to developing each mindset. Next, we'll have our English lesson, where we'll explain some key words and idioms we use today.
Welcome to our English lesson segment. We'll highlight 5 key expressions we used: mindset, friction points, pivot, bounce back, and failure resume. Let's start with mindset.
Mindset means a set of beliefs or attitudes that influence how you think and act. A growth mindset believes abilities can improve over time. Example, a positive mindset helps you overcome obstacles more easily.
Yes, next is friction points. This phrase refers to places or moments in a process where customers or users experience difficulty or frustration. Example, we need to identify friction points in our checkout system to improve sales.
Exactly. Let's look at pivot. It's a verb meaning to change direction or strategy when something isn't working. Example, after the market shifted, the startup decided to pivot and focus on a different customer base.
Now, bounce back is a phrasal verb meaning to recover quickly from a setback or failure. Example, our sales declined last quarter, but we managed to bounce back by introducing a new product line.
Yes, the final one is failure resume. It's a term for listing your failures instead of successes, focusing on lessons learned. Example, writing a failure resume helped me understand how much I grew from each mistake.
All right, those are our 5 expressions. Remember, incorporating them into your vocabulary will help you sound more professional in business English. Next time, try using mindset, friction points, pivot, bounce back, or failure resume in your everyday conversations.
Let's explore usage a bit more. When we say mindset, we often pair it with adjectives like positive, growth, or fixed. For example, he has a fixed mindset about technology, so he rarely tries new tools.
Exactly. And friction points can be replaced with pain points or bottlenecks in some contexts. In business meetings, you might say, we need to address our friction points to boost user satisfaction. It shows you're focusing on improving the customer experience.
Yes, let's consider pivot more. It implies a strategic shift. In casual speech, some might say change direction or switch gears. But pivot sounds more professional, especially in a business context. For instance, we decided to pivot after market research revealed new trends.
Absolutely. For bounce back, you might also hear terms like recover or get back on track. However, bounce back emphasizes the resilience aspect. Example, despite the budget cuts, the team bounced back and delivered the project on time.
Right, and with failure resume, the phrase is still not super common, but it's gaining traction. Some people use it to show they learn from mistakes. In a job interview, you might mention your failure resume to highlight personal growth.
These expressions also vary by context. For formal writing, you might choose more official terms. But in spoken English, these phrases add personality. The key is understanding both tone and meaning, so you communicate effectively and sound natural.
Yes, and remember to practice them in small doses. Maybe pick one expression a day and try to use it in an email or conversation. Over time, you'll build confidence and expand your business English toolkit.
All right, that concludes our English lesson. Keep these 5 expressions handy, and don't be afraid to experiment with them in different contexts. Next, we'll wrap up our podcast with a summary of what we covered today.
Let me add one final piece of advice. If you're unsure about an expression, look it up in a dictionary or online platform, then practice saying it aloud. That's how you build a natural feel for the language.
Exactly. Consistency is key. Keep exposing yourself to new words and phrases, and soon they'll become part of your everyday business English. Now, let's officially move to our closing section and wrap up the episode. Welcome to our closing section. We covered the top 5 business mindsets to drive success: growth, customer-centric, innovation, resilience, and collaboration. We also shared practical tips for applying them and discussed key English expressions to enhance your professional vocabulary.
Yes, these mindsets shape how we approach challenges and opportunities in the modern business world. We offered strategies like daily learning, customer surveys, innovation sprints, resilience reviews, and cross-team collaboration sessions. Each tip reinforces the behaviors that build these 5 mindsets.
In our English lesson, we focused on mindset, friction points, pivot, bounce back, and failure resume. Understanding these terms helps you discuss business challenges and solutions more effectively, while also improving your overall fluency.
Exactly. By learning new vocabulary in context, you're not just memorizing words, but seeing how they function in real conversations. That boosts your confidence and clarity when you communicate with international colleagues or clients.
So as we close, think about which mindset resonates most with you right now. Maybe you need to focus on resilience to handle unexpected changes. Or perhaps you want to become more customer-centric to stand out in your market.
Yes, whichever it is, try putting 1 or 2 tips into practice this week. Schedule a short brainstorming session or create a quick survey. Even small actions can lead to significant growth if you maintain the right mindset.
We truly hope this podcast brought you value. We aim to give you real-world examples and practical advice. If you found it helpful, please like this video, subscribe, and share it with friends or coworkers who might benefit.
Remember, continuous improvement is what business is all about, both in your mindset and your language skills. If you keep applying what we discussed, you'll see steady progress in your career and communication.
All right, everyone, thanks for joining us. Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Business English Podcast. Take care and stay motivated.
Before we officially wrap up, let's remind you that practicing these mindsets is a journey. You won't see overnight change, but staying consistent will yield long-term results. Keep adapting, stay curious, and always look for ways to collaborate.
Yes, and don't forget the role of resilience. Any challenge you face can be reframed as a stepping stone. Keep that growth mindset alive, and you'll continually find better solutions in both work and life.
That's our final takeaway. We appreciate your time and hope you'll join us again soon. Until then, keep pushing your boundaries, keep learning, and keep believing in your ability to succeed in the global arena.